Previously on T-Man 978.
Took me about 2.5 to 3 hours to put this together. Probably could have been quicker if I wasn't like messing around with video games and whatnot, but
We now return to
T-Man 978 Chill Review.
hello everyone! T-Man 978. Right now I'm reviewing the God of War, Kratos, and Atreus Ultimate Action Figure 2-pack. And yes, it is awesome. I love seeing that PlayStation logo right there. It makes things feel way more official and makes this seem more expensive than it actually is. I couldn't wait for this set. I pre-ordered it a long time ago with BBTS. Like, it was supposed to come out in December, and I've seen a review for this a long time ago. I forget which reviewer did it, but I was like, where's mine at? Like, come on now. And if you ever order with BBTS, never do their $4 flat rate shipping. When you do the $4 flat rate shipping, this thing will take the slow boot to get to you. Like, they already take 2 days before they decide, let's ship the stuff out. We done took the money from the dude. Let's ship it out. But now it's gonna take like five business days to get to you. But anywho, this is stuck very tight. It feels like you're tearing it. So that's scary. This is the full frickin' package for the same price or cheaper than most frickin' SH Figure Arts. You get two highly articulated figures, highly detailed, awesomely painted, except one problem I have with one of them: a whole rack of accessories and effects parts. Holy crap. Like, if Hasbro would listen to me and do something like this, they could team up with NECA and kill the import market. Here is the design without them in there blocking it. And to give you further detail, Atreus and Kratos are just in there with twisty ties wrapped around them. This has tape over it, and this has its own little cover, so all of this is gonna fall out if I tilt that forward. But there you are with that. I'm gonna do the accessory rundown first to get them out of the way, but this, if you just want the review, my opinion, this is one of the most satisfying purchases ever. Like, period. Like, for the cost and what you get, this is amazing. That's all you need to know. If you want this, buy it. But I'm going to show you everything, so grab your popcorn. This might be a while. Let's start off small with Atreus' knife right here. Well painted, nicely detailed, all that. He has a little knife sheath on his back, so plug that into there and don't worry about it no more. Unless you want him to do a pose with it. He comes with 4 individual arrows, and they actually feel like they're made out of wood. They are nicely painted and detailed, as you can see. That is freaking nuts. They do feel fragile, so be careful. As you saw and can see right now, he has a nicely painted and detailed quiver on his back. They fit in there. Be careful on how you have him stored, because if he falls over, they're gonna pour everywhere. And then there's his bow. Nice, real string. And if you put an arrow in there, it will fire. I did that accidentally trying to get him into a bow holding pose. And I also pulled the string off the top side. It took me about 30 minutes to get that back in there and to tie it back up. So be careful. Why that happened? I was trying to store it on his back like it looked in a video game. Outside of that, he comes with another hand for holding the sword, I guess. Now let's get to Kratos' weapons. And here's Kratos' knife. It's bigger than Atreus's because he's gone through puberty. He has a sheath himself, so that can store in here if you'd like. And while we're back here, he comes with Mimir, a whole separate character. They called it a 2-pack, but should it have been a 3-pack? And look at that eye, the detail. Oh, the detail and paint. You can already see it without me talking about the figures. It is awesome. He is unfortunately attached to his little back of his tunic, or whatever you call this. But yeah, they have all the tattoos and everything. It is just crazy. Here is the retracted Guardian shield. It's kind of bent, I think, so I might have to like heat that up and leave it like this. But instead of having the permanent piece in there, they just expect you to put the Guardian shield in here at all times, like it was in the game anyway. He didn't have just a cover, it was always there. Here is the unretracted Guardian shield right here. The color isn't that much different from the original, and there will not be a comparison between the original Kratos and this one because I don't know where it is, and it's I don't know what I did with it, but I do know where his shield is. Color variation isn't all that different. It's a little bit darker here, and on this side, not all that different. Still like a little tinge darker here. You get the Leviathan axe. I like those jewels in there. They make me think about the PlayStation buttons. I'm pretty sure if that's not Norse related, that was done on purpose. Now the first one could separate right here, but yeah, this doesn't seem to separate, and that one was known to break, so maybe that's a good thing. They also included like this effects piece right here, since this was like his ice weapon. Put this in there, wrap it around. Come on, you. Wrap it around, and we have this nice ice effect for when you're attacking with that. So that is awesome. Yes, spoiler alert, the Blades of Chaos are back. This was an awesome moment in the game, so I hope y'all played the game first. But look at that paint, look at that detail. Enough said. Since the Blades of Chaos are his more fiery weapon, they do have this fire piece right here. They don't show you how to put this on. I'm trying to go off the picture on the box, the one picture. They only give you one effect. They do have some punching effects, which I was able to do this with, but apparently this is his only Blades of Chaos effect. But you can do whatever you want with these. These both go over his fist for when he's enraged. So this is an awesome addition right here. Like all the stuff that you wish came with the single release of Kratos, they went and did this with. Then he has these upgraded Blades of Chaos right here with the chains attached. This one is jumbled up. Must have been like that in the package because these are a little bit more shiny. A lot more shiny because the dwarves worked on them. And the handles are different. Apparently the handles are removable, but yeah, I can get these out. But these ones, I could tell that they're supposed, well, I can get that one out, but this one I can't get out for crap. And I'm not going to force it, because I could probably just push this in his hand anyway. But actual metal chain, awesome. On the back of his gauntlets, there is a plug-in point. It is very, very well hidden on both sides. That's awesome, but difficult at the same time because you're trying to find it. But they plug in there to look way more natural because these are actually supposed to be just attached to his arms. I didn't know he could ever take them off, so I guess he found some type of way to take them off, which I don't know. I'm not going to keep going into the lore of the game, but that's cool. He comes with another optional fist and another optional grabby hand, so he can hold both weapons since he's holding one grabby hand and one fist on his body. But the most important inclusion, this enraged face right there. Awesome looking. I was wanting this. There, if you see that single release one, don't even buy that. Just get this. There's no reason. Though, just like people feel like the Turtles were a cash grab when they re-released the Ninja Turtles separately for cheaper. That's sort of the same deal with this. It's like this had to have been in the works the whole time when they released that first one, but I guess if you don't have the money, it is good that you can just get that Kratos, but let me just tell you, you're going to want everything in this set, so yeah, it's no use in getting that single release. Atreus, the main reason why you're going to want this set, because they didn't release them separately for whatever reason. Probably because they wanted you to just get everything all at once. But he is beautifully detailed, and let me just get my one complaint out of the way right away. This face, it looks Pinocchio-ish and dull and lifeless. Let me try to bring the light setting down a little taste. But, man, I wish he had some type of expression. I mean, it kind of looks like he's happy, but then those eyes are so big and, like I said, glassy and lifeless. That is my biggest problem with this set. Other than that, he is nicely detailed. He has nice articulation. Let me just go into that. Arms can go out to there, and of course rotate. He's hindered by his little gear right here. He is double jointed in the elbow. He has universal joints in the wrist, so any way you need that wrist to bend, it's gonna bend for holding that bow. And he this hand right here is for holding the arrow and the string. This hand has that detail ahead in the game. That's alright. Probably could have been better, but you can see all this paint and that detail as I go up. Legs can kick all the way the frick out. If you saw my Instagram video, you got that going on. Unfortunately, he does not have double jointed knees, and the way they molded this looks like it would have been perfect for an over 90-degree bend. I mean, I guess you can do that if you pull down on the peg a little bit. No, it still doesn't bend more than that, which is unfortunate. Then he has universals in the ankle, so the foot can turn all the way around and whatnot. Pivot like you would want. You can go back. It doesn't go forward that much, unfortunately, too. He has a peg hole down there. And the waist, of course, that can swivel and whatnot, but it's on a double ball post, so it can rock forward and back and tilt and oh, whew, I thought I just broke this thing. But it's a ball post on the bottom and a ball, the ball on the bottom and a ball right there. So whew, you can crunch in about that much and crunch back that much, but of course you can see that stuff going on in there. And rock to side. But yeah, just be careful. I mean, you don't even got to be careful because that goes right back on. So bend it to the point you want and leave it. The head is also on. It's on the ball on the bottom, and it feels like a double post up here, so you can do stuff like this and rotate. But the top of here feels stiff, so you might want to warm that up a little bit. I can get them to look up that much and look down that much. It's weird. I can make them do all that, but when I try to twist, I can feel the peg twisting, so I'm not going to keep going more than that. Now, one thing that's difficult to do is you can get them, I would have them grab the rope first and then try to wedge the tip of the end of these arrows in between the fingers. But trying to get them to do that plus hold it over this hand right there at the same time is a bit difficult. But I guess if you keep messing with it and maybe change the position. Let me work with this off camera. I don't know if that's perfect, but yeah. I bent the hand a little bit so it will be angled in so you can get it right there. But that's what you're working with there. To show you this, he does have one of those tiny SH Figure Arts pegs under there. Well, the hands come off easy enough and go on easy enough. Let's see if he can actually hold this knife in his hand. I haven't tried that yet. And yes he can. So he can stab draugrs and all that stuff. Be careful on how you put this bow on his back, but the only sensible way you can do it is to wrap it around this. It looks a little bit more flat up against his back on the game, but this is real life. And now Kratos. He is a little bit less ashy than his first release. A lot less ashy. Like the first release you could definitely tell it felt more matte and looked a tiny bit less plasticky. I mean, this looks like he is painted all over, but he has more of a pinkish hue to him. But the detail is freaking astounding. Like, if you had the first one, you kind of know what to expect. Like, all of this is pretty much the same. The color is a little bit different, but the detail and all the stuff that he has on him, like, I like that this is a separate piece. This is like a separate piece glued on, so you can actually move this around. And yes, they did give him a nipple under there to keep things accurate. And you can still see the scar. Awesome. Let's get right into his articulation. Head can look up that much, can look down a lot at the boy, can tilt and do all that and whatnot. Shoulders can go out that far on this side. On this side, can go out too. Be careful on pulling that too much. It would have been awesome if they had a butterfly joint, but they didn't. He has bicep swivel on both sides, and the the elbows are double jointed, and they can come in about that much. Wrists are on a universal, so you can go up and down, in and out, and rotate and whatnot as you see fit. And he has that same diaphragm situation as Atreus. Let me be careful with this. You can hook this on here since I didn't talk about that, but you can tilt them forward about that much, tilt them back, you can tilt left and right, and of course turn and whatnot. Then his legs are just as good as frickin' Atreus. They go pretty much all the way out, come all the way forward. He does have double jointed knees, so he can do that. His ankles are on a universal, so you get ankle pivot and whatnot. And they don't come forward. They come forward a little bit and go back a little bit. And he has the toe articulation. So, crazy articulated. Now, I haven't tried taking his head off. Wish me luck. It should be just a ball joint, I hope. Yeah, there we go. I get nervous with anything that's not Hasbro made or Marvel Legends when it comes to popping heads off. And here we are. There's no need to even put that other head back on there. It doesn't quite feel like it's going all the way in there, but I guess that's about right, because that looks good to me. It doesn't look good to you? Let me know. But yes, I just wanted this so much. Now let me go through like a pose montage with his accessories on. Before I do that though, yeah, I would suggest, because his hands are not as pliable as you would like, definitely pull the top off and slide this through the hand if you want to do that. And like I mentioned, puberty. Kratos' peg is a little bit bigger, a lot bigger. And yeah, getting the hand off is more difficult. Also, rotating this universal seems to not want to be rotating. Like, I can make it do the up and down motion, but I'm trying to rotate it on the other end. Yeah, it's working a little bit, but it is definitely stiff right there. So satisfying. I'm so happy they added this head. But the only thing I could complain about with this set is maybe they should have gave Atreus another angry face as well. Inside of here, there's a shape of a fist. Because of the shape, I would assume this is the right hand, but these effects pieces aren't staying on the fist as well as I would like. So I would suggest getting them on there, carefully posing him into whatever pose you want with these on there, and don't move him too much, because they might fall off. Right now they're good, but so maybe that's good enough for you. That we go. But I've been having a hard time getting them to stay pegged in there, even though it has that groove for the fist. As far as putting the Leviathan axe in his hand, definitely pry the fingers open as far as you can and then place it in there. Don't try to wedge it or force it. And it took a lot of force, though, to get this Guardian shield and his arm guard right there. So that's what you'll be working with as far as that. I think the last thing to talk about, as far as storing the chaos or blades of chaos, I don't know how you would do that. You'll have to figure it out yourself. If you figured out a way because you have this already, tag me on Instagram or something. I have a whole bunch of different methods of contact in my description. So yeah, if you can't tell, I fully recommend this set. Buy it. Good price. Awesome. I got it off a Big Bad Toy Store. They don't sponsor me, so I hate saying their name. But anywho, yeah, go get it. T-Man 978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description.
Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos.